Good morning. So it says market consolidating again. A lot of whippy price action this week, up and down, up and down. The voids up, down, up, a little more choppy up. So maybe this kind of price action, well, not maybe, it is less volatile, whippy, but less volatile, meaning up all the way down, more possibly trending, but deep retracements, trading range, trading range. Now we got a topping tail there on the futures. And hey, maybe we'll just chop here or get back up to the top. Hard to say. These kind of patterns are just less predictable. That's why they're erratic. But if we look at this on a closing basis so far, got, all those 2 days, basically nothing. Up a little bit here today. With a trading range, it is what it is. But in an uptrend. So the benefit of the doubt is that it's going to go higher until we get some kind of a reversal, which we don't have. And we'll look at the other markets now to see if there are any reversals. Those futures, same topping tail. Earlier in the week, it looked like we are going to be off to the races, back up again. But nope, it didn't happen. It's just repeating, but more of the same chop. And as we look at this so far, and clearly, obviously, this day is active, but the wide range bar and prices are in the lower half. So here we have a wide range bar within an uptrend above major support, but consolidating in the bottom of the wide range bar, which leads to the same thing, indecision. Right? Bullish forces, intermediate term bullish forces against short term bearish forces. And the battle is going on right now to see, are we going to hold this level? Can we get back up again? We got some Fed guys talking today. I don't think they're going to say anything of significance that they haven't already said. So might produce some wiggles. We'll get the spiders. DB. So Dow made a new all-time high, Dow futures. You've got the bear sandwich that we spoke about, the whip up, whip down, whip up, and not doing too much here so far. Trend down pre-market for the moment. Moving down to the pivots, maybe a little bit below. The Russell, I think, was one of the best performers this week, but that's up at the top of the range. So that's consolidating for the moment. Looking at that, I want to look at the ETF. Up, gapping up a little bit. Is at the top of the range. So, what's KRE doing? It's up several days. It's going to consolidate. And energy all over the place. What a mess. What a mess. And it's gapping up a little bit. A lot of going nowhere. You know what? But as I look at this, I see the wide range bar up. Set an alert at yesterday's high. If that was to turn into a bear sandwich kind of thing, we could get a measured move up to the top of the range. And if that was the case, it'll put a little help, little gasoline in the tank for IWM. And if KRE could just maintain here or move up a little bit more, that would definitely help. Beach day, could be a beach day, Dan, for sure. But the clouds and wind are out there. You can go to the beach today by us, you're going to get sand in your eyes. All right. A lot of wind last night. Bitch day. I don't know, Alex. I don't know. Let me look, turn my head, see if the wife's around. I'm just kidding. I get a smack on the head for even that saying that joke. All right. All right. Gap up in the middle of the red bar. Right. So a little bit of positive there within the range, trading range. Not much going on. Right. I'll get to SPY. Some interesting, some at least interesting there. Some strength in the Qs. I like that. Gapping up toward the top of that red bar, but still within the range of the last several days. We have to look at semiconductors. And gap up in the middle of the range. Still in the bottom part of the wide range bar. So they're not out of the woods. And, if we look at, some of the ones that look like they were really ready to lift off, you know, maybe it's not so much ready to lift off, but play some catch up and, right back down to the bottom of the range. But, maybe it'll hold here. But look at that weekly bar. This is just not a good sign. You know, an AMAT, which is another one, not a good sign. KLAC, look at that nasty weekly bar. Oh, that doesn't give a good sign for tech and semis to come back. Micron gapped up yesterday and didn't get very far. So Nvidia, that gapped up and got sold. New all-time high there, barely, but you can see the weekly chart. Not even, well, I guess on a closing basis, but it's got that topping tail over there from a few months ago. So nothing here looking exciting. Right? We know S&P's gapping up a little bit, and we've got a relatively large open interest at 58.50. So that's a line in the sand right there. It's gapping up a little bit. If it goes down here, that could help drive it. How far? Not too far, right? A little further down. The 5,800 strike is down here. So I kind of think it'll stay between here and here. Why these open interest? This top strike at 5,900, it's really, you want to pick 58.95 where there's enough premium. But I went with 5,900 thinking it could perk up a little bit in the beginning of the day, maybe the first 5-10 minutes. But there's a huge open interest in calls at 5,900 at the same strike, which suggests to me, unless some unexpected news comes out, it's never getting there today. I say that like as if you can, bet the farm on it, so to speak. So I don't mean it that way. I just mean that the information or the confluence of that large open interest at a whole number, there's no news of significance coming. It would be real hard to get through that. Even I speculate it may not be able to get to it, but we shall see. And you got that 58.50 in between the two whole numbers. And this one is huge up here. So maybe a little bit too over enthusiastic, bullish sentiment to think that was going to rise up there today, especially after a down day. Doesn't make sense to me, but people do things that they do what they do, you know. Breath is neutral. Yesterday I mentioned that the equity put call ratio just touched the lower band. And earlier in the week, I kind of pointed out this head and shoulders type of a pattern. I kind of drew it there. Sometimes I don't really pay too much attention to these patterns, but it just kind of struck my eye. Kind of weird as to, now that this tagged that upper band, and it's not extreme, right? It was extreme up here. And so there's much less enthusiasm between, this move up and this move up as far as call buying versus put buying. So, you know, we'll see. Sometimes things don't line up perfectly, but I see, that this here breadth is not up there. It's just we're not just getting things that we can really hang our hat on and say, well, okay, there's the signal. And we don't have any patterns other than saying it's consolidating within an uptrend. There's no violation of any significant support. So it is what it is. There was a decent amount of put buying, speculative bearish bets at the end of the day yesterday. Market's gapping up. Maybe that helps it lift a little bit at the open. Yeah, earlier in the week I spoke about retailing, playing some catch up, not doing anything, and well, gold is moving up. It's backed off a little bit, but that made a new high. Here's the futures. And talked about the pullback to minor support, took out the high, going higher. Major support now. We'll watch for retracements. And silver, just a messy kind of a pattern. If this closes like this by the end of the day today, I think silver will be a go tomorrow. Bottoming tail bar, green bottoming tail bar. You know, I know there are those tails there, but wide range bar up. It's consolidating. The opens and closes are at the top of those pivots. I'm thinking silver goes higher next week if it can hold here and then start to move. That's something we'll look for. Crude oil inching back down again. So more messy price action. And we didn't talk about this during the week, but the dollar has had an amazing move off of these lows. In the weekend letter and the advisory letter, I spoke about this, the interesting thing that this wasn't falling as short-term interest rates were plummeting lower, and it showed relative strength. And clearly it was being bought and others were being sold, and it lifted off in a big way. Now it's extended up at resistance, so it's likely to begin to retrace a little bit. And you can see the weekly chart. Now, Alex, maybe in one of those platforms you use, remember this was, I think, was a dividend distribution on this, and it gapped it down, but it really not a real gap down. If I could shift this up, here. The dollar would probably be up here. I guess if we could look at a chart of DXY, it may be up here or near that topping tail. I would speculate, but but the euro is down near this pivot, so I think there's going to be some stabilization in these European currencies and the dollar. See the British pound. There's let me point out. Look, the patterns that we look at, they apply to anything you trade. And so, what are we looking at here? Breakdown under a pivot, right? Two pivots. It closes below. 1, 2, 3 bearish. No, it's retracing right back up to the top of the wide range bar. So keep an eye on this today, because this holds here and then a little sideways price action. This would be a nice long for next week into the void. Keep an eye on that. Let's see, trading view. Yeah, it's up near some resistance. I'll share it with everybody on social media, as I figured it was up near that resistance area. All right, thank you. All right, so look, I think we're going to have some more running in place. Financials did great this week, so that's a plus. So, KRE did well this week. Other things held up, and yeah, let's stay out of the chop today and see how it unfolds. All yours, Dan.
Good morning.
So yeah, Robert, when we say beach day, it's like we have a lack of tier one setups. It, just to put it mildly, and you know, just just messy things. But we can always find day trades. We can always find things on their own page that look great. But it's just a thing of, don't be selective. Don't expect a lot. Expect a lot of whips. YouTube, what do we got here? Show asking about Roblox short. It's not for swing. I don't like it because this is a power bar, but it would be a great call spread idea. And day trade, if you're trading off of, you get a setup on a 5 or 15-minute chart. But I'll check it out for a call spread later. PNW. So that's a better swing because that's a sell setup. Yeah, I think this was on Sammy Boy's list, and I think I already have an alarm somewhere. Yeah, we talked about this yesterday. So I'm trying to put in a new alarm right now. 8698. I don't have many alarms going off at all today, which is another sign of complacency, quietness. Lift here alarm went off. This is a quality setup. I was talking about it the last 2 days. And then after, we're already in it. But I said it looks like a fantastic ad, both for day and swing trades. So I actually have that in the middle chart right there. Gold up alarm. We've been in this. You know what? Let me see what date we entered this thing. I mean, we've traded it a couple times, but we've nailed this thing. We're in this at 232. So right here, we bought them. And that's the perfect place to buy them. Unless I go back months or whatever and find a new setup. So that looks great. Man, that's it in alarms. Let's go to earnings. We did one earnings trade together. I did two more myself. We did what's called a short strangle, where we're just saying, look, I don't think it's going to go there, and we collect the money. So we sold the 800 calls, and I forget what it was, 595 puts. And so this thing can gap pretty big. And as long as it's not a man, oh man gap, just crazy beyond all market expectations, then we make money through vol contraction. So we sold it for 234 a share. And it's impossible to know what it's going to open up at, but I'll check it after 5 minutes. You got to wait for the spreads to tighten. But I'm pretty darn sure we could get out of the $800 calls per nickel. We sold them for 234. Thanks. All right, FMB, I don't see any prints, but it's top of the range, no interest, wall, gapping down, 88 bucks. It's gap in the middle of the range. I don't see much to do there. Ozark gapping down, same. I don't see any prints though. We'll come back to you. This could be a 0 DTE call spread. ISRG. I also did a condor on this, I mean a short straddle. And so I hope that's a pro gap. I sold the 535s, whatever it was down here, 410. I gotta look. So I hope this doesn't turn into a problem for me on the upside, particularly because I know the spreads are going to be nuts. Now, if the spreads were tight at the open, I'm very, very confident I still could get out at a profit. Let's CCK. that's a big old bullish gap, but it's excessive for me. SPH, yeah, Greg's speaking at 3 tonight. So that'll be a perfect time to shut the room down. 3 o'clock when we all go to your thing. I don't see any prints, but you know, I tell Alex this all the time. My eye sees all 4 time frames instantaneously. So what jumped out at me was, look at this wide range breakout on the monthly. And it's, you know, it hasn't triggered yet, but it's a potential bear sandwich. It's a wide range bar on Wednesday. So if this can chop around for a few days and stay in the upper half of this bar, might give us a trade for next week. So I'll keep that on the list. Martin, I don't like the way it trades. Indy too extended, but again, look at my eye went to this. That's a bull 1, 2, 3, little, you know, bull flag kind of thing. So we'll come back to PG getting lapped. So PG and AXP is what's dragging the Dow down today, obviously. That's bearish, but I don't see a pattern. Wow, it got worse, down over 9. We'll see what it does. I don't see an immediate setup. Swap here. There you go. That's 30-minute low short and call spread. If there's anything at the 44 is done. And I would say 10-minute low, you could do the call spread if there's any juice. And for the short, I don't know. You just gotta watch it. But that's a short idea, day trade. Fit B bullish all time frames. Oh, that's just the third. I've banked with them for many years. RF, we'll come back. Ally gapping down. I also banked with them. All right, so here's an example. I sold, no, I think I sold the 31s. Let me look. All right, Don, what did I sell? You, you know what I did. All right, yeah, I sold the 31s. I sold a 15 lot of the 31s for 12 cents. So, you know, that's 160 bucks. Even with this negative gap, I don't, with 100% confidence, you know, but for the spreads, I'm going to have an open game. So it's just a matter of managing it, of, you know, ideally 30-minute low, I'm going to let it go out at full profit. That's my game plan. CMA, again, this sector insurance has been on fire. Look at this 1, 2, 3 with a gap up. Alex, why on earth did we not buy it on this day? Look at that entry. You had a retest, you had an engulfing, 1, 2, 3, gapped over this pivot, pulled back into the morning session. Wow. That was a no-brainer. ALV, what the heck is this? That's a bullish gap. We're watching on a pullback or a put spread. This, I don't see any prints. And that's all the earnings. Let's just go to other things we're watching. Pop a mic. My down alarm went off. Kind of a breakdown situation, but earnings are the 22nd. Here's a sell setup. I see, I don't like sell setups with this rounding bottom. Compare this to the PNW. See, this is more of a V bottom. So I like this substantially better. So this is a tier 1 short. I like this. I got my alarm. PPLT. Well, I think trades wild. Alta up alarm. You know, we had Wednesday, we talked about the turn. So this looks like it's making the turn, 30-minute high put spread. Roku alarm just went off. We are long this stuff. You know, I thought we had an open put spread also, and then a subscriber emailed me, says, damn, you know, WTF. He says, when did you give this? I said, on Telegram. He said, no, you didn't. You gave it to us as a watch. So I looked back and he was right. So I sent out a telegram saying, if you're in it, you should have an open profit, but I went ahead and canceled it off the spreadsheet because I didn't give it officially. I was in it myself, but I actually stopped out. I stopped at outbreak even on Wednesday because I didn't like the retracement. PFL, I like this. Sammy boy, this is yours. Closing breakout. Himex, we bought a half lot. You can buy a half today over the high. Akamai, maybe 30-minute high. That's Alex list. MPC, it's bearish. I just prefer with these that go top of the range to the bottom, that they chops around more. But daily, weekly, monthly look bad. There's our Roku. Yeah, China here. Yeah, so it's because I don't, for swings, I don't like, this came down in a ugly, ugly bear gap manner. So we're swimming upstream. So yes, it's a bullish gap, and it's the same old, you know, I think the other GDP, but it's also the, you know, the nonsense about their coke addicts, just like we are. All right, I just got filled on something that might have been my ISRG. Because that's the only order I had out. Yeah, okay, so Don, for your record keeping, I'm interested in what the spread is. 535. Yeah, 10 by 35. All right. So yeah, I got out at 30 cents. Okay. And I'm shocked, Don, how tight these actually are. It's 10 cents by 35. I'm with an expensive stock like that, I'm shocked. All right, GFL triggered. Man, Netflix still rocking. Let me see where that is. I don't think it's going to 800, but still, I'm curious of what the calls are. PNW alarm went off. That was one I liked. And oh, Apple was strong as heck pre-market. All right, it's 16 cents. So what do you all think? Should we close it at 16 or give it? That's a bullish gap. My God. You know, let's give it a 5-minute high. We have a monster open game, but you know, you never know the madness of crowds. So let me fill in the move stuff. And see this, you know, sometimes I ask myself, it's a big gap. Is this a zero DTE candidate? And that's a very bullish gap. So it would not be really on my list unless I got a beautiful reversal on the 15-minute chart. But we have a beautiful open profit. I just moved it to 5-minute low. I mean high for the call spread only. That's how we're going to manage that. All right, docking. Yeah, I like docking. I don't like trading the first 5 minutes. In the future, they're coming in hard, all four horsemen. Here, lift is whipping around. Let me put dock in here. But yes, it looks fantastic. I just don't, things are whippy right here. So let's wait. Well, I'm waiting. You do whatever you want. Apple, bullish gap, but nothing to do. All right, PNW. All right, so this was the tier one. It fell fast. My alarm went off at 86.98, so it's already fallen 40 cents. So I'll post it as a watch. So P and I don't mean, all right, there's done. Yeah, there things are coming in hard. Ideally, I love 30-minute highs, provided they don't run too much. So let me put this on their radar. All right, so I'm out of my ISRG. Oh, and I forgot about my ally bank. I guarantee you it's a penny if I wanted to close it. Ally. Well, I was wrong. It's 0 by 5 cents because I hate when they do this. They don't give you penny increments. I despise that. I'm stuck here holding it because I sure as hell am not. Sure as hell I'm not. I only sold them for 12 cents. Sure as hell I'm not. Paying 5 cents to get it out. All right, Netflix is stopping out. Crazy strength. I still don't think it's going there, but I'm gonna kill mine and just be done with it. So I just hit the offer, 18 cents. I'm done with it. But excellent trade. Block up along. Block looks fantastic. Daily, weekly, monthly. And the gap today. Overall, this. Let's see how much inventory we have. I think we're at full lot. This does have puts. Too spreading. Wow, 37 puts, but they're a month out. I'm gonna do the 36s are 25 by $1. I'm gonna try 75 cents. Uh, buy 2/3 at 38.9. Okay, so we're in a full position on block already, but looks great. Wow, Roku blasted. That thing trades wildly. New alarms here. All right, PNW, I see coming all the way back. So no hurry. Our ally is bouncing. Set out, set up alarm. 33. Lift, I'll set a new alarm. $13.80. Wow, remember this bottoming pattern oust? That thing worked fantastic. Block. Looks great. I'm gonna nibble for my dad. Yeah, tomorrow we have a put spread. Oh, rig T. Yeah, the entry was Wednesday. Why did you not tell me, Don? That's a 1, 2, 3, 4. Are you kidding me? I would have been all over that on Wednesday. Not chasing it now. What's his cousin? Remember he had a cousin? Well, I surely don't remember. Okay, yeah, you're right. All right, I have naked puts and hut. And we're also long stock. 5 and up alarm. That was another bottoming pattern. All right, 1250. Hut alarm, just want to. Yeah, the premium's not good anymore. But and this one's way too spready for some reason. But we're in a long. All right, 5 in. Oh, QBTS. So this one's not too late. This one is good to go. Let's buy a half lot over today's high. Stop at Wednesday. This could be a home run entry as a core long based on that monthly too. Earnings on the 7th. All right, so it's good to go now. 108.
Yeah, and Piton. I think you mentioned that yesterday. Delta 20's mentioned in the social media here. Looks good. It's got some congestion over there to the left, but like a year away from it. I like it.
Yeah, just need to stop. Yeah,
Stopped yesterday as well.
right. Oh, I mentioned dunking is your type of trade too. It's maybe for Monday, but look at the buy setup on the weekly.
Mm-hmm.
If this closes like this, Monday we'll buy it. Um, what's your name, Sam? This would be a good put for NGCT.
Setting an alert on Caterpillar under that neckline. Could be.
A weekly. Piton. $5, 5.5 puts are tight. $5 puts are only for next week, 6 cents. All right, let's try to buy I'm just gonna say buy a pullback and to 560, which is almost there. UBTS. Oh, 8. UBTS. Ah, shit, I messed it. I don't bid 108. All right, order some. PFL 4175. Return 56. All right. No, I got filled already on the thing at 108 by bidding for it. Hmm. Yeah, in fact, a good thing I got out of my short calls. That one concerned me more than Netflix because of pro gap. I guess got filled on something else. Probably P-ton. I was bidding. SRG. Yeah, no, that's a pro gap. Yeah, 5 and alarm. I forgot to look at it. I'd like it better on Monday, I think, but if you wanted to do a half lot, 30-minute high. GDX breakout, what do you think? Well, that's not how we define breakout. I mean, it is, but we want breakouts from consolidation, not when they run from the bottom of the top. But it's bullish. It's just not a location that we would do because there's no continuation pattern, but it looks higher. Like I said, we're in this gold. All right. Yeah, P-ton triggered. TLP. Let's see that this is better. Just I know I'm comparing apples and oranges, Roberto, but look, this is bullish consolidation at resistance, close to support. So this is a viable breakout half lot. You got a 1, 2, 3 on the weekly. So that as a breakout, let's do half lot 30-minute high. We got 10 minutes to wait. Stop Wednesday's low. Yeah, so that looks good. This docking got crazy. Let me just set an alarm on it. Set an alarm 4450, but I do not like the breakout failure right now in docking, so he needs to simmer down. Let me check puts to the 5350s if they exist. Zero by 65. Jerk off. hot, warm, nice. Raise the stone. I think we can raise it 4 hot. Diamond's new low here. Well, PW, all right, I don't like the snapback, but I'll keep an eye on it. All right, let's we can do a half life of Git lab. Hmm. Alex MPC low alarm. Oh, you're out. Okay, at first I thought you were saying it was a breakout. We're long that stock, plus we have a put spread that will expire at full profit today. I think Greg is one. I think Mara, you ready to go long? We have a put spread. But I don't like the stop under yesterday's low.
I said, I'll do half. Have to put the stop under yesterday's low.
Lift up alarm. All right, so lift came back despite its opening whippiness.
Dow is diving.
Who?
The Dow.
Why not? Because of PG and AXP earnings.
Everything else is just a mess.
Oh, MPC. It's on my list for Monday. I would love a few more sideways bars. SMCI breaking out on the 15. This would be a 0 DT year. $47, 5 cents is all. Yeah, Microsoft gave it all up. Now, look at that, is a mess. But I like all the converging MAs. Google, there's a bear 1, 2, 3. Tesla ain't bouncing. This fails. I think it's going to 210. We got to keep ISRG on our list for a long. If we get a 1, 2, 3 for Tuesday, Wow, down 14. You know what? This might even block new high. This might even turn into I'm not confident yet, but maybe a ton up alarm, but maybe maybe um, maybe it puts through. Ah, yeah, I didn't get to grow pre-market. I saw that thing. It's on my list here somewhere. Oh, XP, how juicy are you? Anything at 265? No, 10 cents. There's my alley. I did make it puts. The beast. The LV gap breakout, but too big. Hey, bear gap that bullies. Hey, here you go, Don. Bear gap that bullies, bullish weekly, monthly. I'm not sure the target on the monthly, but another one, if we get a 1, 2, 3, I'll like it for Tuesday. That triggered GFL. VIX tanking here. Complacency. Max or long. Akamai. If it closes like this, 1, 2, 3 for Monday. Wow, what's up with CDS? That was not earnings. What's his problem? No puts for today. Ah, that's right. Yeah, I saw that. There's premium for next week. I'll keep it on the list. 58s are $1. That's huge. 57s are 70 cents. So that gap down created volatility rising. I don't need PNW anymore. Tiger. Could be a put spread. You know, like I said, I'm not crazy about swings, but for a put spread, you need the biggest support below. Common sense.